So today I will be presenting with
Henry,
Zeke,
Owen, and thank you for choosing us to help lead you on the path to financial freedom. So some of the goals that we have made with you guys is to have the spending under control and having a balanced budget from month to month, meaning that you won't have any just random big expenses such as Christmas or like birthdays, like nothing big out of the ordinary. We also would like to significantly reduce your debt, as well as finding out a realistic age for you guys to retire. Finding a way to afford a camper to purchase and take the family on vacation is also a top priority.
Thank you so much for starting us off, Noah. I know that no one likes seeing really big numbers. I mean, I get that they're scary. I mean, that's a lot more money than I have in my bank account personally, so I get how that can be kind of scary. But 77% of all Americans normally have some form of debt. I mean, I have friends in my class, I won't go naming them, but they're already in debt and they're 16, 17 years old, and I don't know how it happens, but I get that it can get scary and stuff like that. So we would like to put you guys onto a plan called the snowball method. So for the snowball method, you go through and then you put your smallest amount owed all the way up to your biggest amount owed. So for this example, we have the Target Red credit card all the way down to the house payments. So first thing you want to do is completely pay off your first amount owed, and then whatever you have to pay per month for the first account, you bring that down to the next one, and so on and so forth. Now we'll be moving on to spendings with Henry.
thank you. So these are the spendings. These are more of like the necessary spendings, one that we can't really cut because we need them to live. So as you notice, one of the big goals that you guys wanted is to keep the monthly spending like consistent. So we have certain things like gifts and holidays. We want to spend around $600 just for any Christmas, holidays, baby showers, anything where you need to bring a gift or something else. So we're going to do that consistently. And then another one that you might not see is the emergency for house, $600. So the house is from the 1920s, so it's getting old, and it can be scary when like a radiator breaks or you need like a new refrigerator. So we want to put around $600 a year just as an emergency fund so that it's not that big of a scare when something bad happens.
So that brings us to insurance. Marcos, you said that you were a little bit worried about opening a health savings account, but I'm here to reassure you that there's nothing scary about it, because you were a little bit scared of it maybe forfeiting some money in the future, and it actually is renewable or like goes over to each year, the money, so it can be used for future health expenses. So we ran the numbers on your mortgage, and you guys would owe about $300,000-ish on your home, and so only having a $100,000 life insurance policy on Marco and $25,000 on Jenna, it just would not cut it if, in a tragic case of one of you guys passing away. So to fix that, we are going to buy other life insurances until we can get up to around $400,000 to $500,000. So that may sound a little fishy, but it's not illegal, and you can buy multiple life insurances as long as you can afford those premiums and you can pass the applications. So Marcos, you have a PMI, but you are unsure what it is. So PMI stands for a private mortgage insurance. It's a type of insurance you might be required to buy if you take out a conventional loan with a down payment of less than 20%, which is what your parents did for your house. But this protects the lender and not you, and so we think that you are close to that 20% where you'll talk to the lender and try to get out of that. That brings us to your income tax. You mentioned that you have to pay an additional $12,000 or $1,200 of federal income tax and an additional $300 of state income tax. But we believe this is a mistake, and with your guys' income and the standard deduction, and you guys having 2 little kids, we should be paying no more money to Uncle Sam. So in that case, it costs around $200 for a tax account to help out per hour, and just to get average returns, which would, if we're doing a little bit of simple math, you owe $1,200 and it only costs about $200 to get average returns, then that's a price we're willing to pay. That brings us to
The financial plan. So some of the steps that we're going to take to improve our overall well-being is we're going to cancel the streaming service except for the Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus bundle, which will save quite a bit of money, and you already can more or less watch everything you want or need to watch, and you get your sports as well with ESPN Plus. We're also going to cancel the daycare and have Marcos or Jenna's parents babysit Nico, as Nico it is not a long-term baby care or babysitting option, and as he's going off to kindergarten here shortly. Jenna will also cancel her lease and buy a Ford F-150 2016 model. This is also quite a bit cheaper, and you will not have to worry about the miles you put on it for the lease. Marco and Jenna will also need to change from their expensive fitness option to a Planet Fitness's cheaper option, which is still a very good option. And Luna will have to stop doing the expensive private training option and switch to a very highly rated Flipstars Gymnastics Academy.
So we do have data to go along with that, so we're not just saying things to you guys. So for those subscriptions, we'll be saving $25 a month. For just going to their parents' house instead of daycare, we'll be saving $650 a month. If we cut out eating out, I mean, I get we all like going to Chick-fil-A and Chipotle. I mean, I go there pretty much every week. I need to stop. But it does cost a pretty penny to go out all those times, so it's smarter to stay at home and just cook what you have. So by that, we'll be saving $320. For the new gym membership, I mean, anywhere you go, as long as you get that physical activity in, you're still getting the workout that you need every day. You'll save $40 from that. With the new gymnastic membership, that other place, like Noah said, was very highly rated, so she'll still get the learning and all that she needs. You'll save $153 from that. And instead of paying the car lease monthly with a $648 payment, I believe, with the 2016 Ford F-150, you'll be saving $149 a month. So before these simple cuts, which won't ruin your life, obviously there's small simple things that you can just pick apart, you would be spending $27,000 per year. But with these small cuts, you'll be you'll be pulling in around $11,000 extra dollars that you just put in your pocket.
All right, the big question. Now that we got all that extra money, don't spend it, because we got to retire. So currently we have $100 in savings, and that's just not going to cut it. And we know that you'd like to retire at an average age or a good age, so we think that'd be around 65 to 70 years old. Since we don't have a lot of money in retirement right now, we need to start going. So we'd like to push for around 30% of your pre-tax income, so roughly $43,500 a year. Since Marcos's company matches up to $4,000 on the 401k, we would like to split up, and a traditional 401k is putting half in the traditional 401k and then half in the Roth IRA. So if we're splitting it up, then there's more diversity, so there's less risk in the investment. With the Roth IRA, it would be post-tax money, and so the earnings that we would gain from the Roth IRA would not be taxed. And then the other money that we put in the 401k, we believe that once we're at the age of retire, we'd be in a lower tax bracket, so we'd be paying less on taxes when we pull the money out of the 401k. So we think with both ways there's more diversification, and there's ways that we can save money safely. And with that and the interest that we're gaining, we'd like to have roughly $1.5 million. And with the 4% rule, we should be able to sit retirely for 30 years for spending around $60,000 a year, which I think with kids out of college and everything, $60,000 a year for 30 years is very adequate to live off of.
I thank you guys so much for sitting down and just listening to us talk about this financial situation. And we understand you guys have some questions, so we're open to them.
Thank you.
Okay, I gotta go. Where is this $43,000 exactly coming from? If I've got $11,000 extra in my budget. Wait, that's $11,000 was a year or a month?
A year.
Yearly.
Wait, no, sorry.
No, yeah, it was
Somehow
Just flip
I'm
it
not
back.
I'm not getting the number right in
Yeah,
my head. So
that was a year, I'm pretty sure. Around $11,000 a year you can put extra in your pocket.
So how am I going to invest $43,000? That's practically Jenna's whole paycheck.
So this would be that would be in the coming years. It would be like this is the beginning of our plan. In the future, this is what we would want to work towards for retirement. So you guys are only having $100 in savings right now is a little hard to work with to try work towards retirement. That's why the age is around like 65 to 70 and not like 50 to 60.
As well as if we go back to the If we go back to the spending, roughly if we add all the necessary spending up, it'll be $59,402. So with roughly $60,000 in necessary spending, and then I believe $17,000 in unnecessary spending, we have extra money that we can invest in the savings for retirement.
Lori, anything from your side?
I don't think so.
You guys did a great job
30,
covering
yes.
everything.
30% is gonna be some work, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure I can do it?
I
Okay.
think you
I
can. You know,
believe
just
so.
know
Yeah.
where.
I'm like him. I'm at Chipotle sometimes too.
Oh,
so
I like it more than Qdoba.
Oh,
if I'm being
boy.
honest.
So,
Just
oh,
throwing that out there.
Qdoba's less expensive, so maybe try
It is.
Qdoba.
Yeah.
The the three
Okay.
cheese nachos, only $10. It's quite a deal, and you get chips on the side.
All
It's
right.
a pretty good deal, let me tell you.
I need to put you in my phone for
Yeah.
text me when I'm.
Yeah, and then the
All right.
Qdoba rewards, you get free
Okay.
cheese or free chips and queso the first time you
Okay.
use it. You know, it's
There
pretty
you go.
pretty
All right.
nifty system.
Nice, good stuff with the numbers and stuff, walking us through it. Good stuff, you guys. We'll see you
Thank you.
downstairs.
Thank
All
you.
right, just a little.